And today's video, I'm gonna tell you how to become better at CS2 and how to get your level 10 FACEIT as quickly as possible. So let me explain to you how we are gonna do this. So we're gonna separate the video in three categories: your mental, your mechanic, and your game sense. Hi, I'm Daisy, I'm a level 10 FACEIT player, and today I want to show you how you can become at your turn a level 10 FACEIT player on CS2. I want to show you that it's not really hard as it seems in first look, and also that with a bit of practice you can easily become a really good player at CS2. So let's start with a really important aspect that players often forget, but I think it's the most important. So let's start with your mental. The way you act in game, the way you comport yourself in game is really important because it will lead you and the team to have a certain vibe that can lead either to win the game, either to lose it. So if you don't make the right decision within your own tilt, so if you're tilted and you just choose to team kill or like I don't know, nade or something, or just even an insult, it can lead to a really bad vibe in the team that will then lead to no more team play, no more coordination, and even some trolling. So my first trick for you guys is to simply be a good teammate. Don't be toxic, play your game. If someone is trolling you or griefing you, just report them. FACEIT will do the job and you will be okay with it. Up, Daisy from the editing section. So before I leave you with the Daisy teacher, please consider subscribing, consider leaving a like, and yeah, that's it. Enjoy the rest of the video. The next point we will talk about is how much you play. I won't spend too much time on this point because it's pretty simple to explain. You will need to play a lot. You will need to play seriously and be concentrated when you play in order to optimize your winning ratio. But even so, at the end you can only win up to 30 elo per game. So if you want to reach the 2000 elo plus club, you will need to play. And play well on top of that in order to win more than you lose. Be also sure that when you play, you want to play. What I mean is that you still have the energy to be focused and that you are at the maximum of your mental capacity. Like if you only want to play without too much seriousness, just start a premier game or go do some other matchmaking wigwam stuff. Not a lot more to add there. If you want, you can also delegate moment in your week to play if you want to push the thing, but there's not really more thing to add on this topic. Also, to be ready when you play, I recommend you to train while you're waiting for your FACEIT match, and train, let's say, a little 10 to 15 minutes before you start any game. Not too much so you won't get overwhelmed and tired of training, but just a bit so you can wake up and be ready for your session. And if you want to know what you can do in the meanwhile in your training session, stay tuned because we're entering the mechanic section. Let's start with the aim. Having a good aim is almost the only thing you should focus on when you begin CS2, I think. Understand the different pattern of gun, how to shoot straight, and where to put your crosshair are for me the main concern you should have. For the pattern, there isn't any miracle solution. You need to learn it in a pattern tracking map. Do this a couple times at the beginning and you will learn it in a few weeks by heart, and it will become a sort of like muscle memory kind of thing. For strafing, it's gonna be a little bit harder as you will need to understand how you move to do it well. To put it simply for you, strafing is the ability to move left and right with your keyboard, basically. Let me just show you. You don't shoot straight. Your bullet go everywhere and you won't be able to kill anybody. So if you counter strafe, now look, the bullet are way more compact than where I simply strafe. You can see again the bullet are like doing a word triangle, they're going literally everywhere. When I peek, when I counter strafe, sorry, the bullets are going in one precise spot, because we know that in CS2, in order to shoot straight, you need to not move, you need to be standing still. Even for a half of a second, the time you're shooting, you need to be still. And how do you counter strafe? Well, it's pretty easy. The way you strafing is by pressing only D, for example. That's how you strafe. Shoot, it doesn't really matter. You just strafe. Counter strafing is a little bit different, as when you want to shoot, you will need to press the opposite key while you're leaving your finger out of the first one. So for example, if I want to pick connector from the left side, so I want to pick it to the right side, I need to press my key D, and the second I don't want to move, I have to lift up my finger from the D key and press the A key in order to stabilize myself the fastest way possible. So let me just show you how it's done. You clearly see the difference, there's no debate about this, and this is an essential mechanic you need to learn in order to become better at CS2. Counter strafing is one of the principal mechanics that help aggressive players like Dunk or Nico to be at the top tier level. The best way to practice counter strafing is clearly in deathmatch, where you constantly need to do it, but you can also go try and retake to mix it up with some other skill we will talk about later on the video. By the way, if you don't want to train on a Valve server that are usually full of bot farming case or full of cheater, you can go on xplay.gg. It's a pretty cool site with every mod I will talk about on this video, and it's completely free. I personally use it, and even though they don't sponsor the video, I just find this site amazing. They have deathmatch, retake, surf, KZ, even a skin changer if you want to train with cool skin, and much more. So if you guys want to check it out, you can go look at the site xplay.gg that will pop onto your screen. Now, crosshair placement. Crosshair placement is really important, as it constitutes the primary thing in a good aim. Yes, you need to have a good counter strafe to be able to shoot first. Yes, you need to have a good spray control in order to shoot straight. But before everything, you need to aim at the head of your enemy. And this is actually the first thing I want to tell you about a good crosshair placement, is that you need to always have the reflex to aim where the head of your enemy will be. So around here. That will help you to kill him before he can even shoot back. Also, you want it to be in a certain position horizontally. The logic you should keep in head is this one. Closer you are to the angle you hold, sooner you will see the head. So if you hold the close stacked angle, you will want your crosshair closer to the angle. And in the opposite way, further you are, further you want your crosshair to be from the angle you hold. The concept isn't really hard, but applying it in every game, every time, make it challenging, so be sure you genuinely understand it and you are able to apply it every time. When you pick someone, it is quite a different thing, as you want to pre-aim where the head of the enemy will be with your crosshair. There is different type of pick that you can use for that, but they all follow the same logic. Pre-aim every corner where the enemy could be. It requires to be fast and precise, but if you train on some pre-fire map, plus do the counter strafe thing we already talked about, you will easily understand and learn the main spot by heart. One thing that you will also need to learn by heart will be concerning the movement, especially all the jump you need to do. The only reason why you will need to learn how to do some jump is because it will help you to develop some new way to play the map. It will help you to go to some place you couldn't go before. It will help you to do some rotation you couldn't do before, and much more things that will just build a better game for you and your teammate. There is many type of jump. There is the crouch jump, there is the big jump. It's like a normal jump but with a little strafe. There is the way you climb ladder, the way you just jump from one space to another one in the fastest way possible. There is surf also. There's also some jump that will be a little bit harder to do and that are not really useful, but they just look cool so you can do it. But mainly, jump and movement in general will just help you open new doors for you to play the game differently and surprise your opponent in the best way possible. It will also help you develop a better team play as you will be able to do some moves you couldn't do before. It will be especially really useful when you want to do some entry kill where you need to be fast and precise in some certain precise spot. For training, I personally used to do a lot of KZ. Also, if you block on a precise jump, please tell me in the comment so I can do a video about all the essential jump you need to learn for 2026. It will be my pleasure for me to show you how to do that. Now in the same category of training, you will need to know lineup for your nade. The utility is really useful as it will unlock new way like jump to play the map, and it can make you develop new method and new strategy on your own. There is some map if you want to train that show you all the useful nade you need to learn in 2026 on every single map. Again, if you struggle with any nade, just tell me in the comment so I can do a video about it and help you get better at CS2. So that's it for the video. Now you're ready to get your level 10 FACEIT in 2026. And I might repeat myself again, but don't go train on Valve server. It's full of bot, full of cheater, and it's really not enjoyable. It will just slow you down on your approach to become better at CS2. Go on other platform that offer a better service and that doesn't take any money from you. I especially again love xplay.gg for all the feeder they have, so make sure to at least go take a look at it. That's it for the video. See you soon.